care about some things, man. So I get this thing done. People giving me grief about stuff. All right, what I'm saying. It's hot in here. See if we get anybody to do this. Whoa, what's going on? I gotta do some things like for prosperity. I gotta say some things, man. Plus, I gotta release some stress. Let me sit up a little bit here, because man, I gotta release some stress. Trying to get this thing going. Hold on. Let's read this. Wow, is that today? Really? Oh yeah, you gotta do your due diligence. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so listen, this video is not for a lot of people because it's called Inspire, Support, and Perspective, because that's kind of what I need from a woman. I need her to inspire me, support the things that I'm doing, add to my perspective, help put me in position, a better position. And I'm talking with some of my friends, and they don't agree with me. They don't necessarily agree with me. They think it's that my mind is warped. This video is not for everybody. I don't expect everybody to watch this. I don't expect everybody to like this, right? But I do this for prosperity. I'm gonna put this in the air. I'm gonna put this in the air, and I'm gonna take people my influences. Sinful to Pete, he's a pimp. Andre, Gorgeous Dre Taylor, he's a pimp, or used to be a pimp. Mickey Royal, he used to be a pimp. And Kevin Samuels. Anybody know who Kevin Samuels is, right? And some of the things that he's been saying and what I've been watching and women's responses and things that I've been seeing. And I've come to the conclusion that that's what I need. I want you to understand that you didn't hear sex nowhere in what I said. You didn't hear nothing about sex. I mean, my only criteria for a woman is I have to be attracted enough to have sex with her. But there was a woman I was talking to recently. I told her she could have a side dude. Because it didn't make me no difference. You can go get yourself a side dude. All he need to know is position. What's his position? His position is entertainment. That's his position. No, and he need to understand that his position is entertainment. Because what I need from you is something a little different. And I tell anybody, my friend was like, well, what do you need a woman for? I said, some things are better if you do them with a woman, but she's not even the focus. Like, I'm not even out there looking for a woman. I don't even care. But if I have a woman, if there's a woman in my life other than my mother who has dementia, who makes me like batshit crazy on a daily basis, because if you never dealt with a person with dementia, it is something completely different. In any event, and my money's right. My man, my money is correct. It is right. Like, it ain't Country Wayne 300,000 a month. I mean 300,000 a month, right? But my money's right. It ain't nowhere close to that. But yeah, I mean, I'm all right. Trust me, I'm all right. No, I mean, I need to inspire me like Kennifer inspired me to do better. That's what Kennifer did. Kennifer inspired me to do better because I wanted Kennifer, right? I need her to support, the decisions that I'm making. I need a woman to support the decisions that I'm making. Like I said, this video ain't for everybody, right? Because because I'm not even reading the comments at this point. I'll read the comments a little later. And then I need to add to my perspective. So when I tell some women, listen, and this is, this is strictly, some of this stuff is strictly pimping. When you tell them you don't care if they get a side dude because I need you to do other things. And when I said I would marry a woman if I liked her enough, if I cared her enough, and we're going to put each other in position. She's going to put me in position. I'm going to put her in position, and we can do well together. Because really, I got 6 years to do what most people take 20 and 30 years to do. I got to do it in 6 years because I'm just strictly working on my retirement. But hell, I'd marry a woman if it was the right thing, just because she had health care and I don't have health care, even though my money's correct. And like somebody looked at me like I'm crazy, right, when I said that to them, or they said I was crazy when I said that to them. I generally that's what I felt. But I see guys who are entrepreneurs or running their own businesses but don't have health care, but are married and their wives have got health care, and that's how they got health care. So you're running this kind of business, whatever kind of business it is, and it generates a fair amount of capital, but you don't have health care, but your wife's got health care, and that's how come you got health care. And I'm looking at that, and I've seen like more than one person, more than two people. This is how they running this. This is how they running that thing, and I'm like, you know what? That's right. That's a good thing. That's useful. He's making a good buck. He's making some money. She's making some money. He's making more money, right? But she's the one with health care, so she puts him on her health care plan. I mean, that is literally the reason that she needs to keep that job, so he can have health care. I'm like, cool, right? And when we talk about, and I told that woman that she can have a side dude if she wanted. She said, well, why would I want to do that? Because I didn't care. I mean, be honest with you, and some of that comes from me watching American Pimp, Charm the Pimp, who said, most dudes can't deal with another man sleeping with their woman. It'll make them crazy. They want to go kill somebody. I'm paraphrasing a little bit. They want to go kill somebody. They just can't handle it. But as a pimp, you have to be able to deal with your woman sleeping with another man. See, my woman don't run like a squares love. That's what he said. I love this woman for what she does for me. Man, I heard that like 20 years ago, 15 years ago, 10 years ago. How long ago was it? 13 years ago. Did it not stick? I'll tell you a story. I'll tell you a quick story because my partner laughed. So I was with this woman at one time, and we're together. She says we're not together, but I don't know what we did every day for a year and a half if we're not together. But however women want to interpret things, because sometimes women reinterpret things for whatever reason. I don't know. Right. But we're together literally every day for a year and a half. She's sleeping in the bed next to me, for God's sake. Not every day for a year and a half, not that part. But she did move in with me for a while. Right. And then about a year after we weren't together anymore, she told me why she was sleeping next to me. She did tell me I needed to go find a girlfriend, right? At one time, right? But while she's sleeping next to me, she slept with somebody else. Now, she told me this a year later. She went someplace else to another state and she slept with somebody else. She had sex with somebody else. And I told my friend that. My friend laughed. He thought it was funny. But my general reaction was, what? Really? Okay. And make no mistakes about it. I love the woman. I'm not in love with the woman, but I love the woman. I still love the woman. Right? She married somebody else. She shouldn't marry that person. I told her she should have married some other person. But in any event, right? And I told my friend, like, I just figured that was something she was going through. I mean, I didn't care at all. It didn't affect me or bother me at all. And there were some things that I did, there's some things I didn't understand. I'm just, I'm jumping real quick. I'm jumping back to Kennifer. Like, I had showed Kennifer a naked picture of some woman downtown. Now, that woman stayed with me for about a week at one time. See, there's a whole lot of things you don't know. But she stayed for me about a week one time. Now, that's not when that naked picture had been taken. It hadn't been taken by me. But, it was a naked picture of her. And I showed Kennifer that picture, and Kennifer, like, she didn't care. It didn't make her any difference one way or the other. Right? But I always felt like if I ended up with Kennifer, like, she would have to get a side dude. Because at some point in time, I wouldn't be able to do certain things, or she wouldn't want to do certain things with me. So go get a side dude, and that'd be entertainment. All you got to do is take care of home first. So whatever I need to get done, we get that done first, and then you can go out and do whatever. Because it didn't make any difference to me. Go entertain yourself. Just let that individual, make sure that individual understand that that's their position, that's their role, that they're just entertainment. And then while you're out there, he could probably pay a few bills too. Get some money out of them. Now, I'm not pimping. I mean, I'm really not pimping. I don't ascribe to that. I mean, but there's some of the ideology and philosophy that's actually seeped into my mind that won't actually go away. I'm not trying to send nobody to flat back and bring some money back. That's not what I'm about. I mean, I'm not exploitative at all. If you put me in position, I'm going to put you in position. Right? Fair exchange, no robbery. Right? You're going to give me some game, I'm going to give you some game. Certain things are just going to go on. Right? I'm realistic about everything. I'm not particularly looking for a woman, but if I do find a woman, you know what? I don't lie to them about anything. Nothing. I don't care. I don't care. I don't have to lie to you. Who are you to lie to? This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm about. You either with this program or you're not. If you can't deal with it, I understand. Hasta la vista. Have a nice day. No animosity. But if you are going to mess with me, then this is it. This is who I am. Because I'm not really thinking about sex. I'm thinking about all the other things that you can do for me and the things that I can do for you and how you can get me to my final goal. Right? And I'm not, putting that out into the air. That's something conversation I would have with somebody one-on-one. Right? But other than that, man, I don't care. We could have sex, we could not have sex. Okay. I'm attracted to you enough for us to have sex, but it ain't really necessary. I don't know what to tell you. I'm 54 years old. I got other things on my mind. Other things on my mind other than sex. You got to be more useful to me than sex. I'm not looking for you to give me no cash. I'm not looking to get in your pocket. I don't need no money from you. I need you to inspire me, support the decisions that I'm doing, and add to my perspective. So I can do better and you can do better. And that is it. That is all I'm looking for from a woman. That is it. Anything else above and beyond that, that's extra, that good. I mean, we could be having sex every night. That's fine. But we cannot be having sex every night. That's fine. I don't really care. My friend thinks I'm delusional. And one friend thinks it's just a line. And he doesn't really understand that I'm serious about it. That Sinful to P, Gorgeous Dre, Mickey Royal, and Kevin Samuels have really, really altered my thinking. And I've been working on this mentality for like 10, 15 years. 10, 15 years, I've been working on this mentality. And if I had this mentality when I met Kennifer, and I would probably, well, I can't say probably because I don't know if that's true, but I'd have done much, much, much better with Kennifer. And that's what I want to put into the air. And so I'm open to meeting women, but if I don't meet one, fine. I'm not looking for them. If I come across you, fine. I don't care. I need to be able to drive down my cost of living. That's what I want to do. I want to drive down my cost of living because I'm old, approaching elderly. And when I'm elderly, I don't want to have to be out here having to have to work. Working needs to be more of an option, or light duty, like part-time something. I go work part-time to make some things happen. But I ain't got to work full-time when I'm 70 years old, 67 years old, worried about getting kicked out of my apartment. Maybe I got to be on Section 8, filling out, paperwork for the government, asking them that, help them. No, I don't even want to be bothered with none of that. I got 6 years. So, okay. Now that I'm done with that, my mother's got dementia and she's making me crazy. What are your questions? Y'all got questions? Some of y'all got questions. I know some of you have questions. I'm 54 years old. Go find a white woman. You know what? I like skinny women, and there are a lot of skinny white women. But no, I'm not necessarily doing that. Yes, I need a white. Do you carry? I'm not delivering packages. I'm not doing anything like you think that I'm doing. Like you think I'm Amazon. I don't work for Amazon. I used to deliver HelloFresh boxes. And I'm gonna put you, the name of the company, they're out of St. Louis. I think they're called Courier Alliance Courier. I know they're in St. Louis, they're in Detroit, and I think they're in some other market. And they pay like this. They pay $2.40 a stop, plus 60 cents a mile for fuel. So that means if you have 80 stops, at $2.40 a box, that's $197. And then let's say the route is 100 miles long, that's $60 on top of that. Now that $60 is supposed to really just pay for your fuel costs, and so you made $197. And you 80 was my minimum when I was doing that, but you can actually do more. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm making a little bit more money doing what I'm doing. And I was doing that in conjunction with something else. So I wasn't just doing that alone. But anyway, I'm doing something else. So hold on. I'm opening my eyes so I can answer some of your questions, so I can see what the hell you're talking about. If you got any questions, now's the time to ask them. And for the people who left, I'll see you later. Do I got advice for a 32-year-old? I don't know what you're doing. I don't know how Fred's doing. You know what, I used to follow Fred on Instagram. I think he kicked me off. I'm not sure. I keep hitting people in the head, trying to make them do better. I'm not sure everybody wants to do better. And I'm not saying Fred is doing bad, because I can't really tell you what Fred's doing. But I can tell you that I know people who are in the trucking industry, and they're grossing $50,000 a month from what they're doing in the trucking industry. They're grossing $50,000 a month. They're not netting that, but they're definitely making a living. So, I don't know what else to tell you. Sometimes you got to pivot from what you're doing to doing something else, because what you're doing is not getting you where you want to go. So now you ask a question, and once again, I got this from a pimp. What do you value, and why do you value it? What is your end goal? Right? Because if what you value is say a can of Kickstart, and you're not doing everything that you can to get a can of Kickstart in your hand, or then I don't know what you're doing. I mean, a lot of dudes, and this is not about Fred. I don't want anybody to think that it's about Fred. A lot of dudes want to be rappers, but why do you want to be rappers? Why do you want to rap for a living? I mean, what's the point? What's the purpose? Do you think you're going to be the next Drake or something? You think you're going to become a millionaire? Because if you listen to Ray Daniels on Be High Atlanta, he said you could be a millionaire off of one hit record. You know, or did you want to get that money and like kind of pivot to something else? You know, I don't know. I mean, what's your goal? What's your goal for doing anything? I mean, because if you want to be successful, there's all kinds of things you can do other than be a rapper. I just told you somebody I know is grossing $50,000 a month. Not every month, but $50,000 a month off of trucking. Country Wayne is making $300,000 a month from making skits and putting them on YouTube. I know he's paying the people. He's got to be paying the people that regularly show in his videos, but still. And the numbers don't even have to be that big. You don't have to live that large. I mean, if you made $10,000 a month, if you gross $10,000 a month, aren't you making $120,000 a year? Can you not live off $120,000 a year? You know, I don't know. I mean, Country Wayne would tell you what I've told people. You know, start a YouTube channel. Start a YouTube channel. I mean, this is the only camera you really need. These things are so damn good now. They were good 4 or 5 years ago. But now you can shoot a whole movie on a freaking iPhone. So I don't know what to tell you. But I be trying to get people, add to people's perspective, try to give people some good game, and try to inspire them so they can put themselves in position to do something better, which is what I'm, like, if any woman that I'm messing with, if she can't do those things, then I don't know why I'm messing with her, because sex ain't it. Sex wouldn't move me when I was 21. I wanted more from a woman when I was 21 than sex and money. If that's all she had to offer me when I was 21, I felt like she didn't have anything to offer me. If that's all she had. She had to have more than sex and money. It'd be like, I can't do nothing with that. And now that I'm 54, I definitely can't do nothing with that. I mean, because I don't need your money. I don't want your money. The things that I need to be more long-lasting and permanent. At least for my lifetime. After my lifetime, you know, I don't got any kids, so I ain't got to work for my last name. So hold on. Joshua York, what about him? I think Steve Sonner made a whole movie on his iPhone. No one cares about that health crap. What? No one cares about that. What are y'all talking about in this section? What are y'all doing? No, I've never seen your videos. I'm a knob. Okay. But this is not for you. I mean, I'm just putting this out in the air. At some point in time, someone's gonna make a movie about the Metro Mall. In my lifetime, after my lifetime, it's gonna be based on these videos, and they might as well get a better sense of who I am. No, I mean, I shot Kenna for something. She never responded. So, I don't know. You know what? They asked Country Wayne once why he wasn't doing stand-up. And he said he was making about $1 million a year doing stand-up. But he was making too much money on YouTube to go out and do stand-up. Well, I still got video to go through. But I'm making too much money doing something else that I don't really have time. And that position is kind of on call. Like, when they need me to go, you know, I kind of got to go. I mean, if I want the money, because no one demands that I go. They always say, do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? Do you want to do this? That's how I ended up in Wisconsin earlier this week. I mean, the number was right. She doesn't look terrible. The last picture I seen of her, I didn't like. I don't think that hairstyle was flattering, but nah. I mean, she doesn't look like she did when she was 28 years old. No, she, Kevin Samuels is right about like a woman's attractiveness, her, her value in the sexual marketplace. As she gets older, it goes down. Uh, but the thing of it is I was into Kennifer more than what I was into what she looked like, and everyone who knows me knows that I was into what she looked like, and my interest in her was beyond, far beyond that. When it came to Kennifer, it was all about Kennifer. So it really doesn't make a difference if she's just not that vibrant thing anymore, because it was about Kennifer. So GRSE stands for the greatest reality show ever. Uh, Dude, come on now. I have been to Muskegon, Michigan. I have been to Muskegon. Absolutely. Awesome things. No, it's really. I mean, I wouldn't tell you, you know, who. I mean, I would allude to things. I mean, like, y'all don't know that. Like I said, that there was a picture of some. I had a naked picture of some chick from downtown. Well, and she's in the videos. Well, she gave me that picture. In fact, she stayed with me for about 3, 4 days. Y'all don't know that because I ain't never told you that. Y'all don't know that there was some woman that I told, and trust me, it wasn't Kennifer. I said, you can't stay. I mean, she was looking for a place to stay. And I said, you can't stay with me because I'm too attracted to you. And that's me right off the rip telling her, there's no way in the world uh, we're not going to do some things together. I'm kind of a blunt, crass person. I'm trying to clean that up a little sometimes. It's when I'm on YouTube mostly. Uh, that we weren't going to be able to do some things, so she couldn't stay with me. And months later, when she needed something, she tried to seduce me, and I'm like, I'm trying to walk out of where she's staying at because I'm like, this is something I really want to do. This is something I really want to do, but I'm not going to do it. But y'all don't know that. So, oh, he didn't do this and he didn't do that. And all is like, listen, this thing's, but I ain't told none of y'all about some of the stuff that happened downtown. Uh, I mean, like there was one woman who, I mean, there was two. There was two. One's in the videos, one isn't. I mean, straight up proposition me. Well, not straight up. Not straight up. She didn't straight up So she didn't straight up proposition me. She asked me what I was doing after I got off. And then she had been to my house a couple times. I kicked her out because she was really something was off. But at that time I didn't know she was a working girl. I didn't know she was working like that. Because she wasn't downtown and around like that. But later on, I basically told her I would only do that if I liked you and care about you and such loved you, and and she was like, oh no, none of that, and so she was a working girl. So, and then another one, and this is after all the videos came out. She was like, she told me she was having, she basically told me she was working. She didn't basically, she told me she was working. She said, she was, she had, dudes downtown only offer her $50, so she got with an escort service, and they would give her $150, which is kind of funny. I mean, because I remember that real clear, and then I remember listening to Mickey Royal talking about a chick. You could put a chick on the block on Figueroa, basically, on California. You could put her on the track on Fig, and let's say she'll sell for $50. And she could probably sell for more, right? But let's say she'll sell for $50. You take the same chick, you put her in a different environment. She looks the same, the product's the same, everything's the same, but now she sells for $500. Hmm. I mean, you understand? I mean, so like there's a lot of things that I mean, there was one woman down there who liked me, who I remember Demetrius Goodwin crushed. I don't have the video of it. Cause he basically dimed her out the way he did it, like telling her that like you suck dick though, right? You suck dick. Right? You sell pussy, you suck dick. You know, right there, like she was talking to me, and I don't know the whole thing, and she was saying something like, "But you suck dick, though, right? You suck dick, you sell pussy, right?" And she really hesitated, and then she said, "So what if I do?" Like the gig was up. So, you know, I don't know. No, it wasn't Deborah. No, no. No, like some of the people down there working, you would never suspect. Some of the people that were down there working, you would never suspect. No, why would I miss Fred? I have a seat over there. Listen, I've listened to a lot of pimping, and I really filtered out a lot of the nonsense and the garbage. Because there's a lot of dudes out there, nonsense and garbage, and they think they pimps and they really ain't pimps. They gorillas, borderline or borderline traffickers, and they just be talking nonsense, most of them, right? And so there's a couple of cats that you can listen to, and then everybody else is just talking nonsense, and I just don't pay them no attention at all. I don't even, whatever they doing, I don't know. What about Rick? I don't know. Rick, if Rick was a pimp, Rick would have been dangerous. But then he could have been a pimp. I don't know. I don't know. I always thought that about him. Well, I'm not pimping so much, and I don't know if I have to watch Bossing Up. It's like some of the mentality, some of the ideology and mentality and how you approach things uh, has kind of affected me because I'm still basically a square dude. I'm not looking to exploit anybody. Like I said, I'm not looking to send no chick to flat back on the track and bring my money back. That's not that's not what I'm about. But some of the ideology makes sense. And I'm not looking really to manipulate anybody. I'm just going to tell you where I'm at in the world. And either you can run with it or you can't. Either you can do these things for me or you can't. Either you're willing to do these things for me or you're not. I told you, I need you to inspire, support, and add to my perspective to put me in position so the things that I'm doing will put you in position. And if you can't understand that and get with that, then I can't even be bothered with you because I'm not looking for entertainment. Because if all we're gonna do is have this lovey-dovey relationship, that's entertainment. Who the hell needs that? I don't need entertainment. I watch Disney Plus and Netflix or some shit. So I want to be entertained. And even then, I don't know. Your comments are disappearing, so I can't always see them. Uh, my health is pretty good. No, not that I know of. You know, Kennifer doesn't have any kids that I know of. But then I'm not in Kennifer's life, so I don't know what Kennifer's doing. No, the Metro Mall. is not open. You're a winner in. No, the Metro Mall's not open. Any other questions? Y'all got questions about the channel or Tupac or Biggie? For me, it's Biggie, but he ain't the greatest rapper in the world. He didn't do enough. Uh, I just wasn't into Tupac like that. You can look her up. I mean, I don't like. Is that supposed to make me jealous? I doubt if Denzel does me putting out any new vids soon. Gucci or Jeezy? I'm gonna say neither. No, why? There's no money in security. I'm not doing security in any which way or form or fashion which you think, because there's no money in it. All right, that's not a question. I mean, these comments. How do I not? I don't understand that question. How do you not let people get into you? I had planned on doing like a real, day to day, put them in chronological order, explaining to people what happened on that day as far as for me watching those videos, remembering, and doing that every day on the YouTube channel, kind of like Vlad does flashbacks, um, but with commentary. But I'm just making too much money now doing what I'm doing, and I can't focus on that. There's not big money in security. I mean, and it's not even worth the risk. Am I doing courier delivery work? Hmm. Yeah, you can say that. You can say I'm doing some of that. So this must be somebody who's around me now asking these questions. uh, but I like to extend my car warranty. Do I make money on YouTube? Yeah, there's some money that comes in, but it ain't a lot of money. Uh, yeah, you can listen. It's all pimps and hoes, right? You want to drive a truck for a living? It's all pimps and hoes. You gonna start out as a hoe until you pimp up, and that means you get your own truck, you get your own contracts, or you hire a dispatch company, uh, and you hire a factoring company, and then they, y'all set the rates, and then they basically just work for you, or you can use stuff like Uber Freight and some other things, and just kind of just dispatch yourself, you know. But yeah, you need to get into if you're going to get into trucking, you need to get into trucking kind of like now, because companies are spending millions upon millions of dollars trying to get drivers out those trucks, trying to get the self-driving trucks up. They're spending they're spending they're spending money on the technology, and they're spending money on the uh trying to get legislators to change. I mean, change the laws. And so now's the time to get in it, just to get what you can get out of it and be done with it. I mean, that is my honest opinion. Yeah, I've been recognized in other cities, Atlanta, Detroit, with places in Wisconsin. Uh, no one's ever recognized me in Kansas. Did I ever have COVID? Sure, I think I had it at least twice and maybe even three times. One of them making me the first time I got it was probably made me the absolute sickest I've ever been in life. Um, I mean, you lose 30 pounds in 30 days. That's kind of crazy. Am I vaccinated? Yeah, yeah, I did get vaccinated. Never been to Atlanta. Would you do it for $100 an hour, $800 a day? Well, you know what, player? I've made $800 in a day doing what I'm doing now. I've made $800 in a day. You're in Korea. I'm a legend here. I don't know if I'm a legend. Um, I steal your words. Teach us how to do courier work. Listen, man, I'm going to tell anybody what I'm doing right now. I'm extremely lucky. I just stumbled across the right person, and the situation is just right. I don't even know how long it's going to hold because to me, it's kind of amazing. Um, but courier work, for the most part, courier companies want to take 50%, which is crazy. It's just crazy. Transportation is just, I don't know. If you're going to do transportation, you need a tractor trailer. That is my honest suggestion. Other than that, you need to get the contract yourself. And really, I mean, the people I'm dealing with right now, nah, man, trust me. Not only am I good, I'm golden. I mean, I'm not mad at anything at all. I mean, whatever cut they're getting, it don't make me no difference, cause I'm good. I'm not a hero. I don't know where you people get that from. You got a CDL, but you would rather do cargo van courier work. Well, nah, man. Nah. No. No, it's just what I'm doing. Whatever I'm doing, uh, only foreign country I've ever been to is Canada. Do I work for Paula Dean? We want to transport you to our village. We provide transportation. You people are silly. Of course, I'm in the mini. I love the mini. Oh, shampoo's $20 gave me a $2. Okay, that's cool. More footage. I'm about winning 2015. Where are you now? My main job is looking out for my mother with dementia. Oh, John gave me $40. What the hell's going on? Y'all people giving me money? That's crazy. Can two vegetarians have beef? Many should sponsor you. You know what? That's not a. I mean, I bet you I sold some minis in my life. Like you like people not knowing. Like I didn't know a mini was that fast, or I didn't know a mini could. I didn't know a mini could go around a corner like that. I mean, like that thing just went around the corner, like, you know. But that thing just I didn't. Yeah. I bet you I made people look at minis differently, especially when I hit some on ramps and some off ramps and some exchanges. Uh, they probably like, shit, I didn't know that car could do that. Lions gonna tie. What give them about the Lions? Attack the corner. Yo, man, you people like y'all just be really looking at. What do you mean it's not a real mini? What, the BMW Mini's not a real mini? What are you talking about? I mean, they brought the brand, man. It's a mini. I mean, it's not the original mini, but don't hate on the mini, man. Come on now. You will enjoy Korea. I had a chance to go to Korea. The Army just didn't want me to go. No, I ain't never had no choice. What is this transgender stuff? Y'all got jokes. Many. Listen, after the mini, man, if I, after the mini, man, it's, if I keep making money like I'm making, man, after I take care of a few things, man, I'm going to buy a Porsche. I don't know what y'all talking about. A ruthless security guard? Why would you be ruthless? No, I don't do tattoos. Why would you be ruthless? That doesn't make any sense to me. Hey, wasn't nobody scared of me. Yeah, you shouldn't be. Gucci or Louis? Neither. We will provide all weapons. Yeah. You want to buy an X3 taser? Yeah. I'll sell you an X3 taser. I'm gonna need $1,500, but I'll sell it to you. There are no more vids of the British chicks. That's all there is. I will train you tactical engagement for what? I'm 54 years old. Go find some 34-year-old. Right now, no, because why would I return to the Metro Mall? You know what? I don't know who this rapper was, right? But I saw a little YouTube short, and he said, he understood, sometimes you're going through things, and people are entertained by the bullshit. But he told him to change the topic, or he was just gonna walk out of there right now. And they told him to bounce, basically. And so that's exactly what he did. I mean, so if I went back to the Metro Mall, why would I be going back there? Would I be going back there to make more videos so y'all could watch the bullshit? Which I never put the channel up there to make money and entertain. That was never what it was about. There would be no reason. I would be the rap bastard that people would be saying that. Excuse me. I would be the rap bastard that people were accusing me of, like you did all that extra stuff, but they felt was extra, to make videos so you could put them up there and make money off of YouTube. And that's just, here, you know what? You want a saying from Darren Long? Here's one of my new sayings. If you haven't seen it in the comment section. I can't fix stupid. Now that's not new. But the second part is stupid will have to fix itself. Because I can't fix it. I've tried on YouTube for a long time, and I just can't fix stupid. People are just stupid. Stupid just gonna have to fix itself. And so when somebody says something stupid to you, just say that, you know what? You tried to explain it to them, and they stuck on stupid. Just tell them, hey, you know what, man? I can't fix stupid. Stupid gonna have to fix itself. Take the time, help them, Lord. I wish I was in the Metro. You'd have knocked me out, huh? Well, if there's something, you know what? I really wished I would have cracked on Pinky. I mean, really cracked on Pinky. I don't think he would have went anywhere. But I really wish I would have cracked on Pinky. I really wish I would have cracked on Krishana. I don't think that would have went anywhere either. I would have loved to have been the person that I am now, dealing with Kennifer or Candace. I mean, those, but I mean, as far as regrets, yeah, I mean, like I really wish I would have cracked on Pinky and Krishana. I mean, really. Like I said, I don't think it would have went anywhere, especially the person I was then, especially with my mentality that I had then. But yeah, Pinky, oh, ooh, yeah, absolutely Pinky. I don't know what, I don't know. Security work made you bitter. I don't know. It can color your perception of things. You people are so stupid. Oh, dude, you listen. I ain't trying to break the ice. I'm 54 years old. I can't give you. You know what? Go listen to some pimps. That's what I tell you. The worst thing I did at the Metro Mall. I don't know. I don't think I did anything really bad at the Metro Mall. I think I tried to look out for a bunch of people. The city, the vendors, the community. I don't think because I didn't do any, I didn't do anybody dirty. People talk about all the things that I've done and but I really never did anybody dirty. And listen, those weren't the toughest people at all by any stretch of the imagination whatsoever. They weren't. I mean, they were featherweights. They were lightweight dudes, really. Right? I mean, right? They were really lightweight dudes, and but I never did anybody dirty. People will treat you differently when they think they may not like what you're doing, but people will treat you differently when they think you're doing them dirty. And I never did that to people. I never did them dirty. And so I don't think they respected me by no stretch of the imagination. And I don't think they complained and they didn't like me. It wasn't, I don't think they had that kind of venom for me because I never did anybody dirty. They just didn't like the shit. They didn't like the shit that I did. I didn't have any friends while I was there. I mean, I had some acquaintances, some people that I liked. I mean, I liked Tanisha. I was crazy about Kennifer. But friends? I mean, I knew some people, but what old dude? What did? Oh, no, I didn't do him dirty. You talking about when I got thrown under the bus when she threw me under the bus and told Jamonte some of the things no, I didn't do him dirty. I was trying to look out for her, and everything that I told her, he turned around and did, and that wasn't his girl. I mean, they literally had been trying to talking to each other for like less than a month. That wasn't his girl. She was just stupid. She was 18 and she showed me that she was every bit of 18 by what she did. So don't say that I didn't do him dirty. No, he didn't have a wife. I don't know who you're talking about. But if you're talking about Jamonte, he didn't have a wife. Do I? No, you know what? The GoPro was like, the GoPro killed he said, she said. And some of the police because some of the cops, did not like me. In fact, when I got arrested and I went to Fulton County, one of the Fulton County sheriffs, one of the correction officers told me that there were police officers down there that, not all of them, but there were ones down there that really did not like me. And so with that GoPro, did was help, they couldn't get around the video. I couldn't get around the video. The knuckleheads couldn't get around the video, and the cops couldn't get around the video. So yeah, so that, could I've done it without the GoPro, and been around for as long? No, I think people would have effectively been able to lie. And so because I had the video, you could not lie. And it worked out. So I hope made some mall cop videos out here. For what? What are you talking about? The what Crips? You people say some foolish things. After all these years, I still got people who say foolish things. Oh, yeah, well, you did lie to me. Stop selling the water. Yeah, for sure. You lied to me, yeah. And I didn't understand that. Like, why are you lying to me? I'm here looking out for your interest. Why, I'm not lying to you. Why are you lying to me? Stop lying to me. That's very disrespectful. That's very insulting. Why did I do Terry like what? I don't need the horn. I mean, it was a non-invasive compliance device. I know the answer to that, actually. I'm not telling you. I know who Tanisha partners were, and I'm not telling you. I don't know what happened to Tommy, but the last time I saw him, he had this is years, like, good Lord, 7 years ago, he did have on a Sonics uniform. No, she wasn't. That's not, no. It wasn't Frank. Frank was married. Yeah, I like flat-chested chicks, man. I really do. Like little skinny flat-chested chicks. I mean, I may not end up with one. I mean, I was still out. I'm 14. I don't know. Fred wasn't worried about getting tasered or anything. Fred wasn't worried about. Fred was just trying to get something done. Fred wasn't scared of me. I would never tell you that. He was focused on the goal and what he needed to do to get done what he needed to get done. He valued being able to take care of what he needed to take care of versus being in a confrontation with me, because that wasn't going to get him anywhere. It wasn't going to get him where he needed to be. So Fred, not scared. No one, make no mistakes about it. No one was down there like, oh, Darren might kick my ass. Nah, there wasn't nobody down there worried about that. That was the furthest from any of their concerns. Trust me, nobody was worried. They called me kick-ass mall cop, but that's some guy who really didn't understand some shit, right? But nobody down there was worried about that. No, I don't lift weights. I did try to get him locked up on more than one occasion. I did try to get Fred locked up. I tried to get Fred, man, I'm losing the language. I tried to get Fred permanently enjoined from the property. Right, so enjoined is like a legal term, and I'd have to look it up. Hold on. Hey, Siri. Hold on, because I don't want to use stuff. I hate to use. Legal definition of enjoin.
According to Merriam-Webster, to prevent from doing something especially, To give a legal order preventing from doing something. See the full definition for enjoin in the English Language Learners Dictionary.
So, my whole idea with Fred was to get him permanently banned from Metro Mall. People stopped me. And I know I talked about this before. I wanted to get him permanently enjoined from the mall. That means whether I was there or not, whether I was working there or not, that he would no longer be able to go to that mall, say within 400 feet, which would effectively, I think it was 500 feet, which effectively would keep him from being on the block. So you have him permanent, because the Metro Mall was in the center of the block. And so if you had him permanently enjoined from the mall up to 500 feet, he couldn't come on that block. He would be in violation of a court order. And that I would make sure that every law enforcement officer in the area knew that he had been permanently enjoined from the mall, and that if he stepped foot on the block, he could be subject to arrest, and then he would be in violation of a direct court order, and be held in contempt of court, and a judge could basically do what they wanted. And so if you're really looking to get rid of, like if you're doing security now and you're looking to get rid of somebody, I mean like long term, then you should be looking to get them enjoined from the property. And that means it doesn't make a difference if you work there or not. Not enjoined for a year, but permanently enjoined. That was my initial strategy with Fred, and that's why I have so much video on Fred, because I was going to be able to take that video and present it to the judge to get that enjoyment. And Frank talked me out of it. The police talked me out of it. The guy across the street said, everybody said, that's just too much. Like I said, you would rather have me push you out the door than do some of the other things that I know how to do and things that I wanted to do. Because just pushing you out the door is just pushing you out the door. Having you permanently enjoined from the property subject to to violating a court order, and subject to you, like every cop in the area knows that you can't be there. Yeah, man, that'd be a problem for you if you violated a direct court order. That's who wants to be held in contempt of court and subject to 30, 60, 90 days in jail just because the judge said so? Who wants that? All right. Why you tased that? Because she attacked me. That's why I tased her. Yeah, well, yeah. If you're in the street, you can't suffer. You can't be a punk in the street. So there was a conversation I had with Fred about, like you got to calm Terry down, right? Because if I do something to Terry, you his brother, you got to step up. You got to step up. That's your brother. For you not to step up would be dangerous, right? People would look at you kind of funny. And so now we don't have this whole problem because you can't calm your brother down. Because you can't be a punk in the street if you're in the street. See, I'm not in the street. I don't need a street rep. But Fred in the streets. And, a good rep is like protection. Like people don't try you. And so now if your reputation's bad and everybody perceive you as a punk, everybody trying you. And it just makes your life a whole lot more difficult. I mean, like some dude online questioned me when I told that dude in Detroit that I can make your life very difficult just by, if I put you up on YouTube and you look like a punk. Then you don't know who's seen that video, and then people are just trying you everywhere. That makes life dangerous for you, especially in a place like Detroit. So, Okay, so how come I would tell them if they were almost out the door? Because the Metro Mall was in the center of the block, and it's how you could walk from Peachtree to Broad Street. So you didn't have to walk all the way around the block to get to the other. You could just cut through the middle. So I just took that shortcut away from them. And to discourage them from ever trying it again, even if you were one step away from walking out the door, I'm going to send you all the way back out the other direction. Let me show you waste your time. So next time you walk around the block. And yeah, were people embarrassed by it? Sure. Did it make them look bad? Yup. Did they try it again? Most not. But Yaya, man, that chick just, boy, there's something the matter with her. And so she got the handcuffs and everybody was saying, oh, you did this and you did that. And she said, well, you couldn't handcuff a girl. Listen, I could have threw her on the ground and put handcuffs on her, but I had military handcuffs and I just twisted them. And so I was just looking for compliance. You don't want to comply and your wrist hurts, that's on you. Just, and that kind of technique is pretty much why APD can't have military cuffs. So, you can't kick Rick out of the mall. Rick was a vendor. So you had to deal with Rick. And you had to deal with Rick differently because he's a vendor. You gonna make my shirt? Well, there's somebody, she wants to make shirts. She needs an artist. Oh, those mugshots didn't only come from Fulton County. Some came from DeKalb County. Some came from Cobb County. A couple came from Henry County. You couldn't get any from Clayton County, and you couldn't get any from what's it, Fayette County, Fayetteville? I think it. Is it Fayette County? You couldn't get any from there because Terry was just a problem, and he scared some. His behavior scared some people. And, those were just like, some lady brought her kids to get their hair cut. And, the way he was acting, that lady didn't want to come back, and she probably never did come back. And so, there was legitimate business coming to the mall, and he was so disruptive that. What do you mean Terry's huge now? Oh. Yeah, he's heavy. No, Frank, last I heard of Frank had a degree. I think it was in engineering or some stuff. I don't know. But, he went to work. That Terry was just. Terry just needed some assistance. Oh, I don't know if Marcus Brunell is getting arrested. Was there even one respectable police officer? Sure. There were two cats. I mean, not the first Mitchell, but the second Mitchell. Oddly enough, McFarland, when we got past some things, McFarland, and. I don't think some people are just, I think, looking for an easy shift, and I just made things more difficult. I think Sergeant Mack was all right. I think Peaks was all right. That white girl, she was pregnant, so she wasn't there that long. There's a bald-headed, light-skinned dude. There's a couple of cops, especially that second wave that came in 2012. Most of them were all right. But I think people just wanted an easy shift, and I didn't make your shift easy. And then Mitchell put me up on some game, and he gave me some information, which is why you wouldn't see me run in the fights like I did when I initially got there. That change in how I did things was you can directly attribute it to Mitchell, who lived down there. He actually lived downtown, in a loft or something. I was like, what? But yeah, you can attribute that to some changes in the way I did things to what some APD officers told me. And then, I can't remember Batman and Robin's name. Jones is the light skinned one. I can't remember the other one. He worked for Marta. They either called him, I think they called him Martin Luther King or some shit. I'm not gonna say they were bad, just I just think everybody's looking for an easy shift. I just made their life more difficult. Was it a narcotic trafficking ring? I mean, those dudes were just low level hustlers. I think when BMF was in full effect, uh, downtown was probably a whole lot different. When BMF was in full effect, but by the time I got down there, BMF, them boys had been locked up. So now there's some low level shit going on down there. Weed on one side, pills and harder narcotics on another. But then I got a video where I can't remember his name. He basically told you that. He said on Peachtree is weed and on Broad is this, and I sell weed. I don't sell this. I mean, he said that on video, knowing very well that the camera was recording. I mean, you can't fix stupid. Stupid gonna have to fix itself, right? Back when especially when the attitudes on weed were different, and no one wanted to. They would get at you for selling weed. Okay, so I don't know nothing about Greg. Everybody keep telling me Jay got locked up, or you tell me somebody been telling me Jay got locked up, but ain't nobody provided any evidence to such. No, I never used a horn on Rick. I don't know what happened to the barber. I don't know. I think the difference between Atlanta and Detroit is one you can get reckless people anywhere. People in Atlanta will talk. I think, sometimes I wonder if the stuff that's going on in Atlanta now has anything to do with my videos and people's perception of Atlanta after they looked at my videos. So I've always wondered about that. I think the difference between, people in Detroit generally don't talk, just generally. And people in Atlanta will talk. But I think people in Detroit have a real sense of mortality. Like they know you can die out here. They know it. And that the person who killed you or murdered you, might not ever get caught. And so they don't talk a lot. And really, I don't talk a lot. I keep telling people, I say what I got to say, and because I'm like Snow the Product. I'm gonna talk my shit, right? And I'm gonna say what I got to say. But after that, there ain't nothing left to say. It's just to do so what we doing. But as you get older, your value system changes. What do you value? And is this even worth your time? Or is this like some bullshit and, your ego might take a little hit because you feel like you're taking the L, but then in the big scheme of things, you got other things to do and this shit don't even rank. Like I have to look out for my mother. My mother can't take care of herself. She thinks she can take care of herself, but she can't. I mean, the dementia, I'm telling you, it's just something completely different. But she can't take care of herself. She thinks she can take care of herself, but she can't. And, if I go away, what happens to my mother? If I get into a mix-up over something really, really stupid and I kill someone or I get killed or I end up going to jail or prison, what happens to my mother? So then I got to weigh that with everything that I do. Who's going to take care of my mother if I'm gone? And the answer is no one, because your relatives won't take care of your parents the way you will. So, I'm going to do it until I can't do it anymore. She doesn't think, and then I'm going to have to do something else with her. But while I can do it, no matter how frustrating it is, and it can get very frustrating. I'm gonna do it. So I'm gonna look out for my mother. I live in Atlanta. I don't have a thumb. I don't even know where that ring is, so I'm not wearing a thumb ring. I don't even know where that ring is anymore. I don't know. However many times you've seen. Uh, I don't know her father's name, and I don't know her mother's name. Although I don't remember. She she mentioned her mother's name once before, but I don't know what it was, and it wasn't Jennifer. That's for sure. I don't know why everybody think their hood is the hardest, and then like you're the toughest guy in a shitty place. you know, that's something to be proud of. I'm the toughest guy in the shitty place. I'm like, eh. Uh, I think twice. I think somebody. I remember old boy from Florida spit on me, and then I punched him in the face one time, and I think Deborah tried to spit on me, or she did. I mean, what's up with that? Why aren't I married? You know what? Kevin Samuel say like a lot of modern women don't know how to be a wife. And that they're good or people are good at the first part of the relationship, dating and everything else, but they don't know how to conduct themselves afterwards. Uh, and I just applied that to me since I don't know how to be a husband. I've never been shown. Uh, uh, I've dated like a couple women. The longest relationship I've ever had is a year and a half, and I just don't know. Like a pimp told another pimp. You know, the the only you got to get the game from a older wiser pimp. That's the only way you're gonna get the game. Somebody's got to teach you. Somebody's got to show you. Some pimps get turned out by a pimp. Other pimps get turned out by a prostitute. You know, the prostitute taught him the game. You know, but your parents have got to give you the game. They got to give you that education, that understanding. Uh, and so I don't have it. So that's why I'm not married, because it's all sketchy, right? Because I don't know. Because I have a special appreciation for ratchet hoes. Um, I do like some sketchy women. I ain't gonna lie to you. I mean, I tell you, you know what? I'm full of stories today. I'm full of examples today, and I'll make one of these videos again. It'll probably come out. So I was in DeKalb County once for some vehicle violation because motor vehicle laws, especially back then, were like highly suggestive. Like I used to say, oh, the speed limit 70. Yeah, they suggest I do 70. That's what that was. That speed limit sign back then, especially back then, was a mere suggestion. Um, but I remember while I was sitting in that jail cell, some guy told me, he could go down to he was married too. He could go down to the hood and get some chick $1,000 and buy $1,000 worth of clothes and stuff like that, and fuck her all summer off $1,000, right? Why he's with his wife, and I'm like, because he could do all kinds of things with, we'll just call her Keisha, right? They call white girls Karen, I call black girls Keisha. Um, so he could do all kinds of things with Keisha that he couldn't do with his wife. But I'm like, if that's really what you like, shouldn't you be with Keisha? I mean, if that's really what you like, and you know, that's kind of what I changed my mind. Plus, I let my economics dictate, you know, who I can mess with. I tried to get in where I can fit in. I mean, you know, you if you ever watch Kevin Samuels, some of these chicks, you know, want a man to make X amount of money, this, that, and the other. If I can't give you what you want, why am I messing with you? But if I'm making like at the time, I think $10 an hour and I'm a $20,000 a year cat, and why am I gonna mess with a chick that wants a man to make $50,000? That was my thinking. I mean, why should I even waste her time? So why don't I get in economically where I fit in? And so that was my whole idea. But do I like some sketchy women? I told some woman recently, I don't care about her body count. That shit don't make me no never mind. Why would I have sex with Deborah? What kind of crazy question is that? What advice would I give to my younger self? Man, you need a mentor. You need a mentor. You need to go out and find a mentor. You know, I would be in the music industry if I had a mentor. You have no idea. I used to work at college radio, and I think I was one of the first people to get, you know, urban DJs or hip hop DJs to get interviewed in an industry magazine called Hits. And I wrote a couple of reviews for Gavin magazine. I don't even know if Gavin magazine even exists anymore. That was an industry magazine. And that had I had a mentor, I would be in the music industry, and I would be probably big in the music industry because I had that kind of drive, you know, but I didn't. And then I would tell my younger self, you don't necessarily have to go to college. You could get a trade. You could do this. You could do that. But I don't know if my younger self would listen. So, so who scared me the most in that mall? You had to be concerned about the cat I called Mike. I can't remember his name right now. I could see his face. His name wasn't Mike. His name was Sherman Martin, or Martin Sherman. Stocky dude. Short. Worked right across the booth. You had to watch out for Sherman Martin. And then, there was Tony's relatives that worked behind, Fred. Well, Fred was in the booth with the glass, right? With Jeffrey, right? And when I first got there, I thought Fred was the most dangerous person, the way he was conducting himself and that. And Sherman Martin, I wanted to know who ran things. And Sherman Martin told me, just sit back and watch, and you'll figure it out. So Sherman Martin wouldn't tell you anything, right? But nobody, they wouldn't tell you anything directly. You would never be able to call him a rat. But sometimes their silence spoke volumes. And sometimes Sherman Martin, even when he said absolutely nothing, it would speak volumes. But yeah, Sherman Martin was probably a little more physically skilled, probably had the right mentality. He was definitely capable of some things. And that him, the guy who Rock Trey, I won't tell you his real name. Rock Trey, who pulled down his pants, him and maybe one of those African dudes. I always felt that if I got in the mix up with any of those people, I would have to kill them. If I got into a real situation with any of those people, I would have to kill them. I thought they were more dangerous. I thought those three people could be potentially more dangerous than really anybody on the street. I wasn't terrified of Fred. I didn't tase Amanda. I tasered Shakita. Yeah, Rock is still alive, and that's, y'all think bad of that dude, but that dude always had a job. That dude was always working for his family. He just had a temper. He was just ill-tempered. He was an ill-tempered dude. Um, but he does, he does well. I mean, he's doing his thing, and I'm, you know what? I'm happy for dude. I'm happy. I mean, the last time I talked to him, he'd be like, "Hey, Lon, what's going on?" And I mean, that's just through Facebook or the chat, because I hit him up about something, right? He's like, "Hey, Lon, how you doing? What's going on, man? Life's real good, man. Life's real good." Basically what he told me, life's real good. And so I'm cool with that. I'm cool that we never had to have a situation that got him locked up or got him hurt, and that he's out here, taking care, hopefully he's still married, taking care of his wife and kid. I, you know, I mean, and that's not like no fake shit for YouTube. I mean, that's just generally how I feel. The same thing about Terry, Fred, or Anthony, or really anybody down there. There's some people I just didn't like. I mean, seriously didn't like. But even those people, I don't want them to be dead or jail or in prison, or the life all fucked up, because that just benefits no one. I don't care. Not even Marcus Purnell do I carry that kind of animosity toward. And whether Marcus Purnell broke into my house, himself, or people he knew broke into my apartment, I still don't have that kind of animosity for him. Although I don't really give a fuck about him either. So it's kind of both. I don't know why you people keep saying, "Oh, you wanted to be a cop so bad." Like, people when you say comments like that to me, I just think you're stupid. And, what am I saying now? I can't fix stupid. Stupid gonna have to fix itself. You should, that's you. I didn't tase anybody that slid across the sidewalk. I mean, you talk about Marcus Purnell? No, Joanna didn't call me, and she didn't want to call me. She wanted me to text her. And yeah, Joanna was cute. I mean, I really, but you know what? She wanted me to text her. And for me, that was a red flag. Like, why don't you want me to call you? Why do you want me to text you? That tells me that you're doing something and you trying to do something on the fly. And, I got no time to be in like lovers triangles and none of that bullshit. So I never texted her. I never contacted her. But yeah, I mean, the last time I checked her out on Facebook, she had like 3 kids, and she does not live in Atlanta anymore. Oh, I think she's married too. She might be married now. She's real nice. She's a real cute chick. She ain't a thin one. How am I banned from Atlanta when I lived there? Was Red slow? Red was drunk. Red was an alcoholic. That was his problem. He was an alcoholic. The last time I saw Santana, he was downtown, which made no sense to me. But you can actually look him up on Facebook if you want to. I don't have any kids. What are y'all talking about? No, I don't miss working at the mall. And yeah, you got Reggie Miller. You know what that is? That is hilarious. I mean, I gotta admit, like, people, that's something people picked up on. Like, oh, I got Reggie Miller. I don't know where Bobby is. You can't ask me where any of these people are. Y'all look them up. I don't look them up. Yeah, a lot of them are trolls. I agree with you. A lot of them just, being stupid for like no reason when this is something that maybe you should take seriously. I don't know. Am I enjoying my disease? What are you talking about? Nakia got arrested. That's what happened to Nakia, and that's unfortunate. No, I never tried to ban Bobby from downtown. I never tried to ban Bobby at all. I just tried to move him out of the way when he's being like a real pain. I don't know, but I suspect not. I don't know if the mall and the area is any better, but I suspect not. You ain't take nothing serious with the Mini Cooper? Okay. I'm not telling you what I do for work. I'm not telling you, but I'm doing all right. Trust me. I am right now doing better than I ever have been. I've never been accused of being a bully. I mean, you are the absolute first. Oh, you looked up Kennifer? Yeah. I mean that's what it's showing. I'm not sure that's what she's doing, but you can look up Kennifer all kinds of ways, and I'm not sure that's what she's doing. No, it, it, it could have been potentially more dangerous. Detroit could be potentially more dangerous, but apartment security is potentially more dangerous. I just didn't care about some things. And you could see that. You could see that how I conducted myself, even in Detroit's red zone. Like, you know, I didn't show a video. So there was a video where this chick was screaming at me at this apartment zone. I ain't got to do this. I ain't got to do that. The camera wasn't on initially, right? And her girlfriends were telling her, you ain't got to listen to him. He just security. Yada, yada, yada. And she said, well, my daddy's the chief of the police or the assistant chief of police, whatever bullshit she was talking. Right? That video's on there somewhere. I don't know the name of it. It's in the Detroit playlist, right? Uh, but the parts that I didn't see, like, so they ended up smashing all the glass on the Mini Cooper, or a lot of the glass on the Mini Cooper, right? Because I had put it on the other side of the apartment complex. So they smashed out the glass. And then DPD came. So the Detroit police came, right? And I told the Detroit police that they could leave. Don't even worry about it. Of course they wouldn't leave. And let me back up. So while all this stuff was going on, and she said she would call people and get people to come down, right? You know what I did? When she said she would call people and get people to come down and people would get at me and all the rest of this nonsense, you know what I did? I stood right in the middle of the goddamn parking lot and told her to go get her people. Go get your people. And I stood right in the middle of the goddamn parking lot. Like, I'm here. Now what? You want to do it? Let's do it. Because that's just my mentality. That was my mentality. And then, DP finally came, and then DP wouldn't leave. Because I told DPD, y'all can leave. I'll wait for the tow truck to get the car, and then, we ain't got to worry about none of this. DPD would not leave. I didn't put that up on YouTube. But DPD wouldn't leave until the tow truck came and somebody came to pick me up to take me off the property. They would not leave. Because really, they could have came at me any which way they wanted to. My motto. We can get these guns to clapping and see what happens. That just wasn't a line. That was my mentality. So, I don't care what y'all talking about. That's a question I'm not going to answer. Some crazies go to the post office. A lot of stressed out people, man. Was Mr. Lee doing illegal stuff? Not that I know of. He was actually a pastor from some kind of Korean church, my understanding. Yeah, I got footage I still need to go through. I definitely got footage I need to go through. Not the news. Lee hired Norris when I wasn't there. I think he hired somebody else first, and then he hired Norris. But yeah, I block the trolls. If you ain't got shit to say in my comments section except stupid stuff, I will block you. I'm up to making some money, man. Gotta make some money. You know what I mean? The glass is recording to a buffer. And then if I decide to keep it, I just start it. I'm back and forth between Atlanta and Detroit. The key is, I think it's like 10 years. She had to do a minimum of 10 years. I mean, she be in her late 20s, 30 years old by the time she get out. That's horrific. Because you know, she did a thing, so I guess she got to do a thing. And it's unfortunate because that is one person. Nakia is one person I truly believe if you showed her something else, she would do something. She would have been something else. I believe that in Nakia. I believe that in Tierica, who I cracked on several times. I cracked on Tierica. For real. She paid me no attention. I cracked on her 2012, 2013, 2014. I think I went downtown Atlanta sometime in 2015 and I saw her and I cracked on her and I got her telephone number and I called her, but she just wouldn't give me no play. But she didn't know. She did not know that. I was looking. I thought all she needed to see was something else, and she would be something else. But then again, let me see. I met Tierica. She was 23, and I was 44. So yeah, okay. The whole country turned into a reality show. We losing light here. No, I don't like Chinese food. I don't do that. All right, we losing light here, and I've been out here for a minute. So what's up? Hey, anybody who gave me $1, which is like kind of crazy, I appreciate it. Why we losing this light? Let me do this. Not that one. Let's try this one. That's a little bit better. Let me try this. Y'all don't like the Mini Cooper? No, that's bad. That ain't right. The military helped me. Redundancy. I talked to a few cops. My ideology, life experience. That's what helped me do security. That comment disappeared. Something disappeared. If Cybertron ever hit me, who the hell? Oh, you're talking about Kennifer. Cybertron. You talking about the Terminator? It's not Cybertron. Whatever. You talking about Kennifer? I know Kennifer's not going to hit me up. I don't think I'm in danger of her hitting me up. That don't sound like Chris Rock. You just got your carry permit. Okay. You need to start reading the law. I don't know anything about Astro World. I mean, I think there's something that happened there. Yes, there was no authentic kicks, and there was nothing authentic in that place anywhere. If it was stolen from someplace else. Yeah, Cyberdyne systems. There you go, Cyberdyne. Model 28, the Kennifer. Yeah, I mean, 'cause that's how I felt. I mean, like she just, she really just terminated the whole thing. Crazy about that. I mean, it's very just like, I wasn't obsessed, but I was definitely crazy about Kennifer. I was definitely, I still like her. I mean, make no mistakes about it. No, I don't talk to Tommy Stocks. Man. The most successful vendor in the mall was probably the tattoo artist, Mario. The most successful. Mario, the tattoo, absolutely Mario. Probably. What would I have done if someone had well, first off, if you shoot somebody, you need to shut the fuck up. So while we're losing light out here, um, I probably would just shut the hell up. Uh, the video's gonna do all the talking. Uh, I probably would have been able to walk away from it, to be honest with you. I don't know if I'd have been able to walk right then and there, but I probably would have never went to prison. And that's not because I'm on the team and the police are on my side or none of that. It's because I would have remained well within the law. It's like people really don't really know how much I knew about the law. Well, I'm not gonna tell you what I carry. I don't know, Fred. I don't think Fred did that. I think he nixed me from his Instagram page. I've been trying to get Fred to do some things, man. For Fred, not for me, just for Fred. You know, and the live. I mean, if you go back and look at the live, I mean, at the beginning, if you weren't here in the beginning, it was all about, what I want from a woman. I mean, that's what this is. This is something else. Atlanta took your authority. How could they take my authority? The state gave me the authority. How can the city take it away? I don't know if anyone tried to kill Fred last year. I hope that's not true. I don't know if Red is still alive. I don't have that many Cooper, but I got two of them. Might get a third one. Who the hell knows? Fred is not dead. Fred was in Tennessee, I think last month or beginning of this month. How do you feel bad for embarrassing all those young? Did I embarrass them? Did I do that? I mean, I'm not even trying to sound like Urkel. Did I do that? No, 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 no. Some people changed their lives and some people didn't. The ones who changed their lives for the better, maybe these videos had something to do with it. I mean, that was the point of it, to get you to stop from doing stupid stuff downtown. I mean, I've said this on many occasions. You know what? I would do an IG with the Smith brothers. I don't think Fred gonna do it. I mean, if you wanted me to do it, I'd do it. Well, the Mini came supercharged. What I did was put a performance engine in. 3,500 miles later, the engine developed a rot knot. I mean, no boy's supposed to be fixing it because, 3,500 miles later. But I tell you, it went from about 215 horsepower, 210 horsepower, to right around 300 horsepower. And that's a lot. I spent a lot of money, but it was supercharged. Had it been turbocharged, it'd be something. The kind of money that I spent, it'd be so much more powerful. But of course, if I had the money to buy a Porsche GT4 RS, goodbye Mini. What happened with the welder? Listen, the welder. Well, if you find that video with the welder, I posted my comment with a link in it. And just click on the link and then you can see what's up with that welder. I've already answered that question, Asia. Why didn't I ever get married? I like them to be all right. I like Fred to be all right. I was seeing what he was doing. See the stuff that he was doing. I don't think about Anthony and Terry. Terry's probably got a job. Who in the hell knows what Anthony's doing? And I don't care if nobody think about me. Y'all be tripping on that stuff. That's y'all goal. That's y'all problem. Me, I really want people to do better. That's what I'm about. I want you to do better. Look, you think about them more than you. That's some real bitch nigga shit. I mean, why the fuck you on my channel with that garbage? Yo, Camaro. Listen, your Camaro can't go through a corner. I take your ass out to the Dragon and make you crash that Camaro. Make your ass go off the mountain trying to keep up with me. Bullshit ass Camaro. There ain't nobody's done your Camaro. They could go find a drag strip. I know, but he ain't really doing nothing. Yeah, he did get in a bad motorcycle accident. I don't know if Rick was doing anything illegal other than, selling burns and, whatever DVDs or CD, whatever shit that was going in. Louis, I don't even take you seriously. I mean, I just don't pay you no attention. None of them can beat a Tesla. You damn right. Can't none of it. But you got a Tesla Plaid. Ain't nothing out there that can beat you in a quarter mile. Nothing production anyway. $150,000. I mean, that's doable. People can buy it. Not everybody can buy it, but that's doable. And ain't nothing out there gonna beat a Tesla Plaid in a quarter. I mean, nothing. And listen, I've seen them, and I don't know if it was a Model 3 Performance or just a Model 3. I have no idea. But I've seen a Model 3 leave a light. And all you heard was, and that thing was out of there. It was out of there so fast, I was just like, God damn. I had to call some people because I had never seen one move, like except on YouTube. And then I was just like, God damn. I mean, it was just gone. I mean, like, ooh. I had never seen. So I wouldn't buy a Tesla. I mean, they want too much control. Something happens to it. It takes too long to get it back. There's just too many problems going on with it. You could watch Rich rebuilds and this whole thing, these whole problems with Tesla. Tesla would have to change their policies a little bit before I get a Tesla. Plus, it's not the best manufactured car out there, So, I mean, they're a tech company that makes cars, so. Who's Charleston White? One of them died. One of the Thundercats died. You can't afford a Tesla. Yeah, you think so? Okay. What do you mean they ran me? I lived there. I don't understand how you people can say they ran me out of a place that I actually live. Yeah, Camaro. Yeah, I, I, I'll talk about it. I'll talk about it, Camaro. Yep, sure will. I took on a, I took on an AMG once, a CLA 45. I thought it was an AMG line. It turned out to be an AMG. And it not only turned out to be an AMG, it turned out to be a modified AMG. So instead of having 400 horsepower at the crank, it had 400 horsepower at the wheels. And oh my God, when he wanted to, he just let me fly by him once. And when he wanted to come get me, I mean, he came and got me. It was, I was like, God damn. And then some like Hyundai tried to like join the fray, and like we just left that. But and then I got to talking to him. And not only that, like the guy in the AMG Benz, there was a guy in the Scat Pack. And those two guys I talked to, and both those guys really said, man, I did not expect that car to be that fast. One guy thought I was working with E85. I had one of those three-wheel bikes. I don't know what they call them. Two wheels in the front, one wheel in the back. Hey man, that dude couldn't keep up. I mean, he tried to get at me. And I went ahead and geared down. And that he couldn't keep at me. I mean, that engine, before it blew up, between 3,500 and 5,000 RPMs, that damn car was so fast as what it was, that I ain't never have to, unless I was just trying to get at somebody, go above 5,000 RPMs. And they in the red line had been raised from like 7,000 to 7,800. You could, yeah, Can-Am. Yeah, that's what that was. So you could talk all the stuff you want about my modified Mini Cooper, but people who actually kind of got into a little conversation with the Mini when it was modified, that engine, they all walked away respecting that Mini. So I don't know what the hell you talking about, because I specifically wanted that Mini to be the Charger RT in a rolling race. I specifically, because I was tired of losing the Charger RTs, right? And so I specifically wanted to do that, and then I didn't want to get hit up by a Golf R again, because I got hit up by a Golf R once and I didn't like it. And so unless they modified that Golf R, they wasn't gonna be able to hit me up no more. Not from a roll. From a stand to start, you got all-wheel drive, and I don't. So see ya. But you'll see me when I get there, because you definitely gonna get there first. But not from a rolling start. No, we was tired of that. That Mini had to represent. Fred doesn't have a boyfriend. I don't know. Stop saying stupid stuff on my channel. On the Q50. You talking about an Infinity? I got beat by one for the red light because I had to shift. That's when he beat me. He beat me on a shift. I don't know. Let the truck. Hey, listen, man. Haters gotta have a job too. Let them hate. I mean, otherwise they'd be unemployed. So let them hate. No, take that J30 home. What you doing with that? The Nissan Skyline. Now, maybe not a GTR, but a Skyline. I mean, they're old. I mean, they're only, even though they were rated at 245, they probably got somewhere over 300 horsepower, something like that. my Mini was a beast. I had the gears. Now remember, European cars, I tell anybody, listen, because a lot of people don't understand things, right? So a 300 horsepower, American cars make power with big engines. That's how we got a big engine, but we got tall gears. But this is how we gonna go fast. We got a big engine. European cars, small engine, tighter gears will give you the same kind of acceleration. Then when you put a big engine in it with that same tight gear set, we gonna lead that American car. And so that's why even at 215 horsepower, my Mini Cooper could take on 300 horsepower American cars, especially Chryslers, and take them on and win. Because I had shorter gears. I mean, most of y'all don't even know what you're talking about. Like, a Chrysler may come with an 8-speed. A Charger, I think it comes with the 8-speed. But the last 3 gears are nothing but overdrive for fuel, to save on fuel. You people don't know anything. I like a Vauxhall. And a Lotus ain't nothing, Lotus. I mean, the car's so light, with a Toyota engine in it, it can get up. It didn't have the high end, but man, a Lotus would, Lotus will hurt your feelings. I know a 911 costs so much, man, I took on a Honda Accord Sport. Nah, it's all the taillights. Your Escape couldn't get out of its own way. No, I'm not involved in crypto talking about an Escape. Man, get off my channel talking about some Ford Escape. It couldn't escape out the parking lot. Yeah, GT4 RS. It came in GT4 RS. 400 horsepower. I don't have to be delusional. Listen, my Mini is taking on everything from SRTs to Corvettes to Camaro SSs to a Ford F450 Roland Cole who smoked me like nobody's business because he moved like he had an SS. It was a Ford F450 crew cab with a crew in it on 75 in Tennessee, and I ain't gonna tell you the numbers that we hit. Man, he left me with that damn thing. But he was rolling cold. He hit the. Oh my God! All the smoke that came out that thing. Oh, it was like, what the hell? Come on, 700 horsepower. Never taken on a Hellcat. Yeah, I've taken on Corvettes. Heck yeah. I didn't expect to win. Hell, I took on a Shelby, I think it was a 2005 Shelby Mustang. Now, I knew I was going to lose. I mean, and I thought he had a 5-speed and 400 horsepower when he had a 6-speed and 500 horsepower, and he was still pulling. You could still see him pulling on me a quarter mile away. I mean, it was just ridiculous. And then I remember when I was on 285 in Atlanta, and I found out what a Jeep a Jeep Grand Cherokee SRT was. I didn't know what that was at the time. And why he could beat me around that corner, as soon as that line straightened out, boy, oh, poof, like a magic trick, he was out of there. Like, whoa. So, like, my whole thing with my Mini Cooper was, you faster than me, prove it. And I'm going to tell you right now, you ain't going around the corner faster than me unless you know how to turn a wheel. A Fox body. Mustang? What are you talking about? All right. It's been a while. Like, we had the 2-hour mark. Anybody got any questions? Because I should probably go home. Or, go do what I need to do. Yeah, Lotus. Lotus. Yeah, I would take a Lotus over a Mini in the corners. Absolutely. No doubt. What you talking about the C8? Well, the C8, they still got to do something with it, and they should do something with the styling. The Corvette C8 is just, it look better on paper. When you see it in person, you're just like, maybe not. Oh, the fact. Listen, man, you can buy a Lotus for half the price you can buy a damn 911. I mean, I'm not looking to be rich. I'm just looking to, be comfortable. I'll work hard enough to be comfortable. An MX8. Okay, you should get out the conversation. An MX8. I don't even and I'm thinking you talking about an RX8? We all want to talk about cars now? Because I know y'all don't want to talk about cars. An RX8. Man, if you don't get out of here with an RX8. Because I don't think any of y'all want to talk about cars. I don't think some of y'all know enough. No, I'm not a world star celebrity. Now, Miata. You know what? On the Dragon, I can't beat the Miata. I can't beat it. I mean, I just can't. I can't do nothing with him. That guy know how to turn a wheel just as good as I do, or especially if he's better. But if he knows how to turn a wheel just as good as I do, and he's in the Miata, I'm not gonna be able to keep up. I'm not gonna be able to keep up. I fucking hate a Miata. Only because I can't keep up. That's the only reason why I hate a Miata. Like if you really want to go through the corners and you ain't got no money, yeah, go out and buy a Miata. For sure. I know, but he can only go in a straight line. Yeah, that Honda S2000, it's you gotta respect the S2000. I respect the S2000. I mean, but I don't know if people want to take them out there like that. I mean, because they're so valuable now. People may not want to drive them like that. So, yeah, it may be dated, but listen, if Integras, if low mileage Integras are selling for $70,000 and $80,000 because they were that good, I don't know if it's the first gen or the second gen Hondas S2000s. I mean, they're selling for about the same shit. Yeah, well, only the Type R. I'm not talking about GS or like regular shit. And listen, the Hellcat, listen, a lot. The world done caught up to the Chargers, buddy. I mean, they getting you can go on YouTube and see a Charger get dusted all the time. The world done caught up to them. They just cheap horsepower, and they're rather heavy, and people crash them all the time because they can't drive them. Hellcats, Challengers, and she got a job. She got a couple of jobs. Last time I talked to her, she was all right. Mall's closed. All right. Okay. Listen, I'm gonna answer 5 questions and then I'm gonna go. So, only if I get the time will there be new videos coming. I mean, if I go back and I go do some video, I could post one today. Grand National. Okay. It's only a straight line bullet, but okay. You don't buy a charger for the... You don't buy a charger for the interior. Like you don't buy a Mustang 500 or a GT 350 for the interior. It's not why you buy those cars. I'll do that. I'll try to do that for you if I get the chance. An Audi R8. I took on one of those too. It didn't go well for me. It didn't go well at all. Oh, I'll be the 350 hands down. You know what? I'll walk with 215 horsepower. I would walk a 350. With 215 horsepower, I could still get past a 370. You would want a V8. I don't know what the fastest, cheapest car is. I just, minis. I'm a mini guy, but I'm not a fanboy. I don't do fanboy shit. So, me, I gotta go. Yeah, but a Cooper S, a 2005, 2006 Mini Cooper S can beat a stock Nissan 350Z all day long. I'm telling you, all day long. I'm not the only one, right? You get it like, okay, so I'm not a stock. I mean, like most people who got Mini Cooper S's do a 15% pulley reduction. And once they do that, you can kiss your 350 goodbye. It's going to lose. And listen, I gotta go to the bathroom. So, shit, I gotta go. It's been real, but Darren's gotta go to the bathroom. So, deuces. Where's the other phone? Is it in the car? I'm looking for a red phone. Looking for my phone. Well, it should be here. I think I turned it off.
Where are you gonna put it? On the outside handle? Where are you gonna put it, like out here? Huh? Out here?
It's already on there. I'm looking for the phone. Where's the phone?
Oh, hell, if I know.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Maybe it's downstairs. Where's the iPad mini? Where's that at too? No. That's yours. I'm not looking for yours. I'm looking for mine. Maybe it's in the car.